In this section, we'll learn about Orton Hall, which was built as a geology building but has transformed over the years into a campus icon. Orton Hall was one of several buildings constructed in the early 1890s after the university secured a steady stream of state funding. Between the time the university opened in 1873 and 1890, it had been difficult to make plans for campus improvements when there was no guarantee of funding for them. Neil Heisel, Speaker of the House for the state legislature, proposed a bill to enact an annual state tax levy for university funding, and it became law in 1891. University leaders were so thrilled about the annual guarantee of revenue, they threw a campus-wide party in his honor. One of the first buildings to be constructed after the Heisel Act passed was what was often called the Geology Building. In 1891, after construction plans were approved, the Board of Trustees named it after the university's first president, Edward Orton Sr., who was also Ohio State's first geology professor. It opened in September 1893, about 9 months after Hayes Hall. The exterior walls, 40 varieties of stone, are native to Ohio and are laid from bottom to top in the same order as they appear in the bedrock. They represent 75 million years worth of geological history, and most of the stone was donated by Ohio quarries. Because of its thick stone walls, Orton Hall was considered fireproof when it opened, and a natural spot to house what was then the campus's only library. The building also houses a geological museum that once featured the skeleton of a mastodon found in a Clark County swamp. It was presented to the university in 1894. The skeleton is now on permanent loan to the Ohio History Connection. Orton Hall's chimes were a gift of the classes of 1906 to 1911 and 1913 to 1914. The bells cost $7,500. As this contract shows, the bells together weigh about 2.5 tons, with the smallest bell weighing about 500 pounds. The chimes were officially dedicated and first publicly played in June 1915 as part of commencement activities. In the beginning, 4 faculty members took turns playing the twice-daily serenades that can still be heard across campus. Alan McManigal, a professor of engineering drawing, took over the duties from 1925 until his death in 1950. That year, music professor Wilbur Held took charge of the chimes, and he enlisted church organ music majors to help. Students were paid a small fee to climb the 80 stairs to the tower twice each weekday to play songs at 11:50 a.m. and 4:50 p.m. Students were allowed to choose their own musical selections. The classes of 1919 and 1920 paid for the installation of an electrical clock mechanism so the chimes would automatically play Westminster Quarters every 15 minutes. In the 1980s, a computerized system was installed to play the twice-daily serenades automatically. In 2003, the university purchased 2 more bells to expand the repertoire of songs that could be played. Although the serenades are automated, volunteers occasionally play for special events by using an electronic keyboard. There's actually a student service organization named after the bells. Founded in 1917, Chimes was a service group as well as an honorary organization for junior women. 2 founders, Harriet Day and Helen Dustman, thought of the name as they walked across campus one day and heard the bells chime. Because of World War I, the sound to them signified a call to service.